is awful. All right, thanks for that, James. That makes sense. Now I know whether or not to take money early, or more importantly, I should be seeking advice if I am considering it when I get to that point in life. So that makes a lot of sense. Thank you. Picking up on something you said in your last answer, you said you don't want people to outlive their wealth, but if they don't outlive their wealth, then their wealth outlives them. Mm-hmm. So thinking of the private pensions that they own, does that not mean there's money left in a pot after they've died? What happens to that money? Can they leave it to someone else? Does it just sit with a pension provider? Yeah. What happens there?
Yeah, really good question actually. And so you specifically asked there about personal pensions, also known as money purchase pensions. Yeah. So with a personal pension or money purchase pension, as you rightly said, it is a pot of money. Mm. And so if somebody passes away leaving that pot of money, it does need to go somewhere.
Okay, so that will be passed on to their family somewhere.
Absolutely. What we would always recommend though is that you do complete what's known as a nominations form with the pension provider.
Okay, so you can specify who you want it to go to.
Absolutely.
And if you don't?
So if you don't register a nominations form with the pension provider, the pension trustees will gradually work out where the money should go next. Okay. So this could often be your husband, wife. If they've predeceased you, then it could go on to the children, if there are any. Often they may look at your will to see who the beneficiaries are and where the money should be going. But ultimately, you may want something different for your pension funds than you have in your will. So it is always worthwhile registering that with the pension provider.
Okay, that makes sense. And you said that's for private pensions. Mm-hmm. What about for
final salary pensions?
Yes, thank you.
So final salary pensions are also known as defined benefit schemes.
Yes.
These are a little bit different because they're not an actual pot of money. So when you retire with a final salary pension or defined benefit pension, it is a promise to pay you an income for the rest of your days.
Okay.
So what you'll tend to find with a lot of final salary pension schemes is that they have either widows' pensions or dependents' pensions that will then continue to pay out after your death. This will often be at a reduced amount. A lot of schemes we look at will pay out a 50% dependence pension. Okay. Every scheme will have various different rules to it. Some of the older schemes will only have ever paid out to a husband or a wife, but I have seen various other things.
Okay, that makes sense. And how long does that pay out for after you've died? Is that for a year? Or is that for the life of your partner, your dependent?
Yeah, so absolutely for the rest of their life also.
Okay, that makes sense. That's perfect. Thank you.